This episode of How and Why with DTI is brought to you by the Doheny Technical Institute e-learning programs. DTI e-learning is great training content led by our experts at your fingertips. Impactful and interactive, DTI e-learning takes the best of the best from our training courses and make it available online. For more information on DTI e-learning courses, go to dohenycompany.com. Welcome back to another episode of How and Why with DTI. I'm your host, Mike Renner, and today I have a special episode for you. Today, we're going to do a little interview and let you get to know some of our trainers. And the first one we're going to start with is one of the founding members of DTI, Ed Fitzgerald. Ed, tell everyone a little bit about your background.
Well, background in work goes back to the mid-'70s. Right out of high school, I was hired by a municipality as a mechanic, equipment operator, small community east of Cleveland, Ohio, a little town called Willowbrook, which is where I live. Got involved with our local fire department, municipal fire department, so I was on the department for a number of years. That's the safety side of it. That's where that really comes out and my passion for that. The other side, from the pipe cleaning side of this thing, started off with rotting machines and bucket machines is what that municipality had in the mid-'70s. Late 70s, they purchased their first high-pressure sewer cleaner, and I had the opportunity to operate that piece of equipment and really saw it to be a valuable piece compared to the mechanical means of pipe cleaning that we were using in the past. Got to see where we started and watched that whole industry grow, actually, through 80s, 90s, 2000s, where there was a lot of advancements in cleaning equipment. So, yeah, that's started off with a small municipality, worked there for about 4 or 5 years.
When you came to Doheny, you brought a lot of the training into us, and one of the big ones that we've been doing still to this day is confined space entry training. How did you get your training in that?
Well, originally I was putting a lot of equipment into the field, mid-'80s, '90s, the safety equipment for our industry for confined space. There was really no law at that time. That didn't come out until '93. I was asked not to show up on a site, environmental site, because I didn't have my OSHA 40-hour class. So I went to Muskegon Tech to take this OSHA 40-hour class for hazardous material handling and really fell in love with the environmental world and stayed there for many other training programs. Got a lot of education from Muskegon Tech College, Zanesville, Ohio. Progressed through that. My instructor had left Muskegon Tech and went with the University of Findlay to help with their 4-year hazardous waste training program. And I really got drafted as an instructor for that program for equipment. Was later to be brought into as a state fire instructor, taught at Bowling Green State University State Fire School, which is held at the university. Was involved there 5-6 years as state fire instructor for both rope rescue and confined space. So as it progressed and confined space became a standard and we were already involved in it, it was a natural.
Yeah. You've, one of the things that you brought to the table is you're not just a trainer, but you're working in the field, majority of the time. So you're working with customers, you're doing training in the field, you're running nozzles, you're running equipment. And one of the things that make our training stand out, in my opinion, is we're continually updating these trainings with new things you see in the field. And I think your term for this is a little bit of R&D, rip off and duplicate. Yes, but what we're doing is we're taking real world events and we're turning them into those training scenarios into our training events. And I think that is something that really is that not a lot of people have that ability to do.
It works for me, both from the training side, from the safety and the pipe cleaning side, to being able to work in the field with this equipment. It's like this week alone, today we're doing this. Tomorrow I'll be doing advanced pipe cleaning classes. Then the next day is confined space class. And come Friday, I'm cutting concrete out of a line with a milling head. Got dumped in there, and Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be spending time running televising equipment and televising main sewer lines.
Yep.
So we see a lot of, and I think that experience in the field and the actual hands-on makes it easy to do the instructional part of this and the training, let alone the fact my want and need for passing on the knowledge and experience. That's important to me, and I like doing it. It's one of those things I get to make a living at my avocation.
Yeah.
It really works out well.
And one of the things with all that experience and that knowledge is you've been passing it along to our Doheny employees. So, I've been trained from you. A lot of our PSSRs and our demo and trainers that we have out there have all this knowledge passed on to them. So they're starting off ahead of the game from anyone who's just coming in here because they've got someone that they can use that experience and build their knowledge up from there, which is a huge benefit for us.
I think we have a new employee tomorrow we're going to do a little orientation
Yep.
with and
Get them started on the right foot,
Sure.
So, any other interesting information you'd like the people to know?
From the standpoint of, I'm an outdoors person. I like the outdoors. Love my grandkids, all 6 of them. Again, from the industry point of view, coming to work every day is easy when you're doing something you like to do, and training is something I like to do. Staying up with the new technology, what we have for pipe cleaning is important too. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell you in my 18 years of experience, I've never seen anyone that's more passionate about this industry and what they do than Ed. He's a huge value, and I think any of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you have trained over the years, all the feedback we have been given is that, the training is top-notch, the knowledge is there, and any issue that they don't have, we work together and we figure it out, and then we mend our training programs from there. So one of the best in the industry as far as training is my concerned, and we're happy to have him on our team.
Appreciate it. Thank you.